Hey, what's up guys? This is Evolution here today, and today I have a video recap of the brand new game in the series, Assassin's Creed 3. It was released on October 30th, and I finished it 3 days later. The campaign itself is quite amazing, I do have to say. It tells an amazing story, and in this video I will give you a recap. Alright, here goes. The story starts off exactly where Revelations ended. Revelations ended with Desmond parting with Ezio and Altair, bringing their stories to a close. Desmond wakes up from his coma, and the doors to a pickup truck open, and you see a wooded area, then a bright white light, and the end credits begin. As Assassin's Creed 3 begins, you enter the wooded area with Rebecca Crane, Sean Hastings, Desmond Miles, and William Miles, who evidently is Desmond's dad, and you enter a cave. They set up the Animus 3.0, and you start the game off by playing as a character named Haytham Kenway, a British assassin who later turned to the Templars. He met this Mohawk woman on his quest for power and evidently turns out to be Connor's dad. After completing Sequence 3, you start off by playing Connor at a young age. A British man burns his village and Connor is determined to seek revenge. After he discovers his destiny, he travels to find an elder assassin. He is trained by a man named Achilles, and the story takes off. Like any other Assassin's Creed game, in spite of revenge. Connor kills people who are connected to a man named Charles Lee. He is the man who ordered the attack on Connor's village. So throughout the game, you encounter and actually get to work with people such as George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and Benjamin Church, to name a few. You also get involved into the revolution and get to take part in naval battles as well as frontier battles against the British. In a sense, Connor plays a huge part in the revolution, working alongside George Washington, who obviously fought against the British. On his quest to kill Lee, he encounters his father, Haytham. The two work together to kill the same man to find Lee. Charles corrupted and betrayed the Templar Order, which is why Haytham wants his head. As the story goes on, you finish sequences and leave the Animus to find 3 power sources. These power sources are used to generate energy to power down a sort of force field which is blocking the assassins' path. The game concludes by killing both Charles Lee and Haytham Kenway, and you leave the Animus 3.0 with the knowledge of the medallions' location, which, connected with the 3 power sources, are used to power down the force field. As you return and power it down, you are greeted by Juno and Minerva, 2 beings from the first civilization. The 2 broads go at an argument, Minerva trying to convince you that Juno is a wench and tried to dominate the first civilization, and Juno trying to convince you to free her so that she can stop the end of the world that is supposed to happen on December 21st, 2012. Minerva warns you that if you decide to free Juno, the world will perish under her rule. Juno claims that if you do free her, she will stop the disaster that ends the world. Desmond then sends off the other assassins and decides to touch the circular object, freeing Juno. In the process, Desmond dies and Juno tells him, and I quote, "The world is saved. You played your part well, Desmond, but now it is time that I played mine." Alright, there you have it. That is really all you need to know about the game.